Good morning, T-Bolt staff and students. It's Principal Dreamer. Just want to speak with you this morning regarding some announcements coming up and just some reminders. But first, I just wanted to let you know how proud of you I am. Just the work that we've done together this year. The photos that are in front of you are just photos from my phone, things that I've captured this year. It didn't take long to collect these, but they're reminders of me of the good work we've done together. We've done great work moving to yellow, nearly off the state accountability clock. We've done great work having our highest attendance in over 10 years. We've done great work doing community events and bringing community into our school, knowing that Manual matters so much to our neighborhood. We've done great work this week with College and Career Readiness Week, with our PSAT, SAT, our AccuPlacer, our ICAP, of welcoming visitors, of listening to career speakers. And most importantly, we've done great work in classrooms. Our staff has done remarkable work supporting and teaching students, and our students, you have done amazing work producing in class. And so these photos are just a reminder to me of all the great work we've done. And I get to see the school at all angles, and I'm so thankful to be here and to do this work with you on a daily basis. The Thunderbolt way is why and how we do our work together. We do this work together, T-Bolts. We don't get in each other's way. We do not hurt anybody's ability to graduate. We do not put obstacles in front of our peers. We make sure that we're doing this work together and supporting one another. We also do our work in the classroom in order to become empowered, to use what we learn and our ideas to be change makers and to be critical thinkers, to look at the world around us and to dream of better ways to operate and better options for all the people in our community and in our world. And so make sure that what we're learning is actually turned into something that we can use to make change. We're also owners of those times we make mistakes and owners of the great things that we do. We know that you're going to make mistakes in your time at Manual, and we don't want you to be defined by those mistakes, and own them and apologize and move forward. But I'm also going to encourage you today to own when you've done great things too. Don't shy away from your excellence. Don't ignore all the good things you do. Don't justify them away, but step into them and remind yourself that you also are capable of doing great things, and you've accomplished those this year. We are lights in our community. We are lights in classrooms, and we are a light to one another. We encourage one another, build each other up, and remind each other of the goodness that we have inside. And if we do those four things, if we're together, if we are empowered, if we own our mistakes and own what we're good at, and if we are a light to one another and to our community, then we will be transformative. We are transformative in our families. We're transformative with our partnerships. We're transformative in our places of work, in our communities, in our city, in our nation, in our world. If we can do those four things together, empowered, ownership, and light, I know we can be transformative forces in our world. We also want to reground in our expectations. We have a lot of places and spaces for you to be yourself. We also have common expectations here. Our expectations are A, B, C, and D. The first one is A, attendance. Remember, our school-wide goal is 85% for the school year. We did not meet that or have not met that yet for quarter three. We're at just below 85%. So it's very important that the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of quarter two, we have great attendance. Remember, you cannot attend prom, or you cannot go to other off-campus events and activities that are coming up if you don't have a minimum of 80% attendance. So if you're planning on going to prom in the near future, you need to have your attendance above that expectation in order to have a chance to go. We're not going to tolerate bullying or fighting. We know we've had issues in the campus, but each of those issues have been met with a consequence. And so we do not bully or fight here. That's not how we solve problems. It's not funny. It's not something we record. It's not something we put on social media. That is going to break people down and not build them up. That is not acting together. That's acting to separate. And so that's not something that we're going to tolerate here in the building. Also, our classroom conduct. Classrooms are sacred space. We do not get in the way of other people's learning. So if you're having a tough time, if you're having a hard time engaging, if you're feeling some type of way, it's okay to take a step out, get a light team pass, head to the light center, get a check-in, make sure you can get right before going back to class, but we cannot impact other people's learning. And so that's something that the deans and the admin team over the next few weeks are going to tighten up on, making that classrooms are sacred and that one or two people can't take away from the learning of the whole class. And the last letter D here, T-Bolts, is devices. There should be no phones out. I know when we get tired, when it gets to the end of the day or the end of class, it's easier to pull the phone out and get a quick hit of entertainment. It's easier to do that than persevere through the work or through the project or through the thing you're expected to do. But I'm going to encourage you to keep phones away and remind you that teachers have discretion on if and when phones are out for educational purposes. And so just a reminder, teachers have all the ability to say no phones out now, please put those away. You can use them at this time for X, Y, and or Z. But if they say no phones out, that's not something we're going to fight with you about. That's just the expectation, and you're expected to hear that expectation as well. Just some important dates to calibrate around. We got no school on Monday. It's President's Day, so enjoy your 3-day weekend. Get some rest, and remember to come back strong next week. Next Thursday night, 2/22, we've got parent caretaker conferences from 4 to 6 in the cafeteria. Bring your parent, guardian, caretaker, loved one to come hear about your attendance and grades. That's going to be a really important time to connect with teachers about any missing work and what you need to do to pass all your classes at the end of quarter 3. And the end of quarter 3 is around the corner. It's only 13 days left. It might seem far off, but remember, those are official transcripted grades. Those grades go on your official transcript. It's not a progress monitoring. It's not a midterm check-in. It's full transcripted grades. And that's just in a little over 2 weeks on 3/7. So make sure you're coming back on Tuesday after your 3-day weekend, ready to roll and get back after it before the end of the quarter happens on 3/7. And a reminder that though we have school today, and I know that a lot of schools don't, we'll actually get another 3-day weekend coming up. So the day after the end of the quarter, Friday 3/8, there will be no school. And so I know some people are out today, but you're going to get your day and another 3-day weekend at the end of quarter 3. So let's push hard today. 13 days left. Push hard. I know you can do it, and I know you're capable of great things. Remember that T-Bolt way, and remember you are excellent. Have a wonderful Friday.